Hi, I'm Kathy, and I'm going to make this video for Chris, who was asking and they've been describing in the group about the partial diamonds to cut a row off when you need it to. So I thought maybe I'd show you how you can do that. So I'm going to share my screen with you. There you go. Right, let me see if I can move all the Zoom stuff and get to QCT. All right, so I'm going to go into pantograph and I'm in simulation mode. I am going to see if I can resume sewing. That might work. I'm just going to take one that I've already used before and just get in there. I don't have a script for this, so forgive me. I'm just trying to show you how it works. Okay, so when you resume sewing, you end up in Zone Manager. So I'm going to pick the last row right here. I'm going to say OK. Now I'm using 4-point placement. So I do want to let you know that if you were to place this pattern, let me see if I was to place this pattern. You could also right there. They just place that pattern. Is out of zone. Back up a little bit. There we go. If you were to place this pattern and you needed it to lengthen a little bit too, like say this was your pattern and you didn't have it quite long enough, with 4-point placement, you can do that too. And you can't do that in center placement. But if you needed to do that, you could unlock the block height and then you could go to your actual corners and lengthen that your block out too. So you would have the option to do that. But if you need to shorten it to where you want it to go because it's too long, this is what they're talking about right here, these partial diamonds. So what I like to do is I would use my marking tool first. And you don't have to do this step, but I find that it helps. And then you're going to want to mark along your the bottom of your quilt. And I'm doing this. Actually, I don't want it to do that. I want it to be shorter than that. Sorry. Remove all and do it again. Let's say that your quilt is right here. But the reason I would say to mark it is because what you need to find is your lowest point. And often when we reach the end of the quilt, so I'm exaggerating a little bit, but when we reach the end of the quilt, it often isn't like perfectly straight. So you want to find the lowest point of your quilt. And if you use the marking tool, you can visually see that. And so that's why I like to use that function. So I would say, okay, so let's just say that this is the end of your quilt. And so you want to do is you want to bring your sewing machine to wherever the lowest point is. Let's say it's right there. In simulation mode, that little diamond means that that's your sewing machine needle. And then you're going to push this button right here. That's the partial diamonds that they're talking about. It's going to cut your pattern off. And you're going to see that the screen is going to turn pink, but that's okay. It totally is. This is the one time where being pink is okay. And you can see in this right here that I might want to move that because I would have these little teeny ones right here that I necessarily probably wouldn't want to have those little lines right there. So I might want to move it. You can undo the diamonds just like that. And then you could move your sewing machine and readjust it. And then you could cut it off just like that, right where you want it to be, right like that. There you go. So then it would cut it off and this would be my pattern. And so this is undo and this is do. And this is the lock height button if you needed to extend it or even shorten it. You could extend it this way, or you can shorten it that way too, both ways. But it will, when you use the lock height method to either lengthen or shorten, it is going to change your pattern just a little bit. So just be aware that that would happen. So Chris, I hope this helps you. Happy quilting.